Hey, we're here, we're back. Hey, it's spring, and we're all dealing with pollen right now. So, hey, if you're having hay fever, come watch the show. It's SR Synth Weekly, and hey, let's get started today. First up, it's going to be a really good group. I've already played them once before, and I love the group already. It's Alpha Chrome Yayo, and I'm always going to screw it up. Sorry. It's Alpha Chrome Yayo, and the song is today we're going to play is Cut Class Hall Pass Mall Dash. This gives you that whole 80s nostalgia feel, period. Everything today is going to sound like it could be in one movie, so bear with me. Let me give you his description, then I'll add mine. The Cut Class Hall Pass Mall Dash is the peal of school bell ringing, the crash of a locker room slamming shut, linoleum and floor polish smell of school gym. The saccharine aroma of mall food, cookies, the stomach-churning excellence of the teenage experience. I don't have to really say much. In fact, that's exactly what I was saying, thinking when I first heard the song. I don't look at the descriptions when I hear the song. I go to the descriptions after listening, so I can get my mindset and versus what their mindset is. But that's exactly what I get. This is that title sequence for a school movie, and all the main characters entering, they're all like laughing as they enter the door, and they get the hallway scenes, everything like that. I was actually watching part of this the other day. It's like the John Cusack movie made in '86 called Say Anything, where he's getting, has a little love interest and he wants to date this girl, and it's a whole high school setting. When I was listening to a lot of the music on there, it kind of just made me feel over this way too. It's also giving me that lovers coming together in the school setting, towards the mid-movie or, about after the climax. But that's the feeling I get of it, and, I mean, he said it perfect, and it's about the same thing. It's like I said, it's a school movie. It just gives you that good vibe, that whole high school, romantic comedy feel. So, give it a listen. Again, it's Alpha Chrome Yayo, and it's Cut Class Hall Pass Mall Dash. I mean, doesn't that give you that whole, school feel, school vibe feel? That's just what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Next up, we have Miles Matrix. I've played a song of his before. Really good, awesome voice, awesome, whole setup. This song is called Gallows. And his description and my description are going to be a little bit different. His description is a fast-paced pop wave song with neo post-punk vibes and living with a chronic depression. I don't want to go that dark, but I go with more of like I said before I go forward. I mean, like I said, this whole selection just seems to be able to be in one movie. So this song, The Gallows, I want to set it's scene. It's a scene of a movie where I'll just use it male female here if you'll let me. The female love interest is alone, and alone in the corner, and the hero protagonist comes in. She's alone in the corner, like in a dance or like just sitting alone, and he comes and sweeps her off her feet, so to speak, and they come together into each other's lives, and they realize that it's those two that in love. Also kind of gives me that same vibe as, they were feeling, they were both lonely, and they didn't realize it till the end of the movie, or they didn't realize it till the end that that they needed each other to go, and it kind of gives you that longing that they're together, they're finally coming together, but it takes a little bit of time to get there. And the song kind of just ages into it, and they finally get together. So that's kind of what I feel. It's not as depressing, dealing with depression, but it gives you that feeling of they're both alone, and they finally get together. With the voicing and the music background, that's kind of what I felt like. So I could be completely wrong, like I am always. No, but that's just what I feel. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and enjoy today's selection from Miles Matrix. It's Gallows.
I kiss the ring
bear with me today. It's, like I said, it is pollen season, and I have got the worst hay fever that I can have, so everything sounds like I'm echoing, so if anything sounds weird, that's why. But next up, we have the Goondock Saint. The song is called, I'm gonna screw this up. It's either Aexorcism Workout or just Exorcism Workout. You'll see what I mean by in the description below about it. It's a really cool song. They say it's a dark cinematic synthwave track, good for workout. That's true. And I know a lot of synthwave, always works as a workout group. So I'll never say anything against that. So, but I always, I like to add my little stuff onto it. I like to do on this one is a intro to a synthwave horror where the demons are ruling the world. It's kind of like there's an anime and I can't think of it right now. But it's like all the demons have taken over, or it's they've gone the whole world's turned black, or a city, and the hero shows up in the intro. He's finally showing up, like, here I am. Kind of gives me that feel. Also kind of gives me the feel of a vehicle movie, in a sequence for a vehicle movie, where kind of, I know it's not what they were thinking of, but I get this vibe like, a vehicle, that you're using for, the whole show is wrapped around the vehicle, and it's the first time you see it, and it's going around the vehicle, and it's just like, I'm here. So that's kind of what I feel. I lean more towards the demon movie because it's, it's kind of the name of it and the feel. But like the Street Hawk, badass car, badass car movie, like techno sci-fi vehicle. That's what I feel like for this one. Let me know what you think, because I would love to know about this one, because this is kind of like, this has multiple, things. They all do, but this one just caught my attention a little bit. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and enjoy the Goondock Saint. Sorry. It's the Goondock Saint, and it's a Aexorcism Workout.
To the devil, then you don't dance with the devil because you get burned.
Okay, now after we're the demon group here, we have, next up, we have Dark Smoke Signal. I don't have to say they're out of Bristol. Today's selection I'm using is a December Rose. Let me put the description on there. It's the song is a story of a kind of unrequited love, when two people who love each other can't make it work romantically, even though they want to. The song vocal synthwave tries to do two distinct segments. I don't have to add anymore because I mean it kind of gives you the melancholy. It says it's melancholy, and it's kind of like two romances can't get together. That's what they put. I'm gonna put my little spin on it because I agree 100% because that works perfectly. I want to put distant love. You know, like they're in two different places. I want to say like, you know, one's in one area and the other one's, you know, far away, or they're two different worlds. Like one's, you know, the rich person and the other one's just you know, street. And they, you know, they can't have their love because of things happening. Because, you know, everybody says they can't. Also it kind of gives me that feeling of when two people have spent the whole movie, you know, they're always at each other, and not really at each other, but they're friends, but they're not really, they don't feel it until the end of the movie. It gives you that feeling of that they finally figured out that the people that they need are each other, and that kind of gives you that feel. And it just, you know, they finally figure out, and it's like, oh, you know, here we are. You know, oh crap, me and you have been together, should have been together from the start. That's what I get from this. As always, let me know what you think. But I like the main one with the too far, you know, two different worlds apart feel of it. So check it out. It's excuse me. It's Dark Smoke Signals, and the song is called December Rose. like I said, it's unrequited love and, you know, distant love. That's the way I like to feel that. So just check it out. Check all the social media out. It's really awesome. Everybody on this list, make sure you're following them and, you know, buying their stuff. Next up, we have something a little different, and this one kind of threw me off because I had to look it up, and I'll explain it here in a second. The group is it's Diamond Field with Bob Haro, and I hope I say that right. The song is called "Won't Compromise." The reason I say it's a little different is I usually put unknowns on here, and from what I understand, and I looked it up. Let me read the description, and I'll explain a little bit better. Diamond Field single featuring BMX freestyle legend Bob Haro, and I thought I heard the name before, and you know, it's kind of weird that I actually have someone who's on my show, which is really awesome. Don't get me wrong, it's really awesome. But you know, someone whose name is known in the BMX world and music, so that's pretty cool. So they called him the Godfather of Freestyle, which is kind of cool. So that's just really awesome for me. But like I said, you know, that's one life. Here's the other. So so we're doing the music. So if you want to look up Bob Haro. It's a pretty cool story. This song, "Won't Compromise," is sorry. That was a description, so it gives me a lot of stuff to go with. So this is I'm gonna go with the teen romantic comedy. It's kind of like a title sequence for that. It's the scene where the main character sees his crush for the first time, or, you know, it's like they first get together and they first meet and he's like, hello. You know, that kind of feel. This just gives you that whole full beautiful nostalgia, you know, feel of, you know, the 80s comedy romance and stuff. It's just really awesome. Also gives me that, like I've said in many things, but it always works out. It's where the lovers connect and, you know, they leave together. Just kind of gives you that whole feeling. So it's just, you know, it's just that great love feel. And it's like they won't compromise for anybody else. You know, since the name, you know, they won't compromise for anybody else. So, you know, so when the lovers meet, you know, and they leave, or, you know, when they first meet and crush, it's like nothing else gets in the way, and they won't compromise over their love for each other. So that's the feel I get, and it just gives me that great, you know, nostalgia feel. So check it out. It's Diamond Fields and Bob Haro. The song is "Won't Compromise."
Understand you. I want to hear
I mean, if that doesn't give you that whole 80s, feels, it's then you're heartless. No. But like I said, check it out. It's really awesome. Check out the other music. It's awesome also. So next up, we have a guy I've been following a long time. It's Melodywhore. You may have heard it on an earlier episode. He collaborated with another act. The song today is called Colony 479. His description is, let's go off to the world colonies. You don't even have to pack a thing. Ships blast off every hour on the hour to the colonies. I go a lot further on that. I love all the Melodywhore stuff. He's been good with me. So this is one of those post-apocalyptic. I don't want to say post-apocalyptic, but more like future post. Post neo future in space. Where it shows new colonies out there, and this is where it's one of those where you go to the where you see the ship is arriving into a new world, and it goes into the city, and you get the whole pan of the city, kind of like Blade Runner-esque, but a little bit more, a little bit more lights and a little bit more, sound with it. A lot of alien cultures, walking around. I don't want to say Valerian, but that if you've seen Valerian, that'll give you that feel. It goes into the city, and all of these different alien cultures are all together in one, doing the thing. But that's just a feel I get from that. It also kind of gives me that. Sorry. A whole just vibe of a bunch of colonies getting together, or you're seeing a bunch of colonies, and it's mainly a beginning type movie. Also kind of gives me as I'm thinking about this, it kind of gives me that old I can't think of the groups because I am drawing a whole blank today, but it kind of gives me that old mid 80s industrial type sound feel, where that would fit in like a little bit post-apocalyptic gothic movie, where everything's kind of just not chaos, but you go into the cities and everything's dark and humid, but it's still you still got like a futuristic city kind of feel, but it's kind of like a neo dark future. So that's what I feel. Let me know what you think. Like I said, everybody's got their own opinion. I'd love to know what you feel and what you see when you listen to the song. So check it out. It's excuse me, it's Melodywhore, and it's Colony 479.
Tired of living in earthly squalor. There's this place I have in mind. No need to pray to the Son or the Father. We're cruising to Colony 479. Off from Colony 479. You can see Saturn dreams. I can get us there in plenty of time, and you don't have to pack a thing. There is no fear or superstition. We can't ignore the flow of time. We won't need no ammunition. Everyone loves you. Colony 479. Off from Colony 479. Tired of living in earthly squalor. There's this place I have in mind. No need to pray to the Son or the Father. We're cruising to Colony 479.
Like I said, it gives you that whole, flying over the city deal, and you see all these cultures and aliens together. So, but let me know what you think in the comments, and make sure you're following everybody. Last up today, we have Saros-FM. Excuse me. The song today is called Planetary Movements, which kind of works. This is what I felt, though. This is kind of like the outro, end of movie kind of feel, where it's a space movie, obviously. There's a space adventure where all the main characters, main crew, so to speak, are on a starship, and they're on the bridge towards the end of the movie, and they're, everybody's, it's kind of like tied up the loose ends and everything, and, they're content, and they fly, and you see them flying off in the, warp speed, hyperspace, whatever you want to call it. And it just kind of gives me that feel. Also, on the secondary end, also kind of gives me that same, beginning where the ship is coming in. You start to see the ship, and it pans into the bridge, from the outside, and you go to the bridge, and everybody's, doing their thing, working, and, flying the ship. It kind of lives out, kind of like a happy space movie, so to speak. That's what I think. Also, just feeling, it just has that whole spaceship feel. I don't want to say Star Trek, but on the same lines as that kind of space movie, where everything happens on the spaceship, and it's a huge space adventure deal. But this just kind of gives me that feel of everybody's on the bridge, and togetherness. So let me know what you think in the comments. My view might be different than yours, but just let me know. Here it is. It's Saros-FM, and it's Planetary Movements. that's it for today. I appreciate all the music that everybody gave me, and I appreciate everybody watching and listening. Make sure you're hitting that make sure you like and hit that subscribe button and the bell to make sure you're getting notified for when the new episodes come out. I try to make it come out every Tuesday, but in the next couple of weeks it may be a day late, just for some personal deals going on. But I hope everybody has a great week, and I hope everybody enjoys the show. Make sure you leave your comments, and if you're an artist and you haven't sent me any music, send it now. You can just fill out the link below on the Google form and upload your music. It's really simple. That form, I've been getting a lot of questions on why the form. It allows me to find out who you are, gives me the information in your social media. Also gives me, kind of get bookkeeping kind of deal. Keeps it tight and, nice and tight so I don't play the wrong song with the wrong person. But if you're an artist and you want to join in, send it to me. If you're a fan and you like it, help me out. Just let everybody know, let your friends know to check out the show. Even if you don't want to look at this ugly mug, I leave in descriptions the type of the time the song starts. So if you don't want to look at this ugly mug, you can just skip over to the main songs at the times that are given next to the song titles. Anyway, again, I hope everybody has a great week, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.